Whoa, George Bush. No, but really, look at the date. September 22nd. So, what that means is summer is over. Summer's over, bros. And it's time to get locked in for the winter villain arc. This is going to be step-by-step tutorial, what I eat, how I prepare it, what have you. So, this is everything. I don't know if you can see this, but here's everything that I eat during the week. It's not that complicated. Okay, we got 2 pounds ground turkey, 3 pounds ground beef. Oh, I got the wrong kind, or that one is anyways. But 91% lean, 9% fat. That's just what I get. Then we have garlic, 4 cartons of eggs, not including the 2 that I have left over. Onions, bone broth. Again, this is left over from last week, so I have another one of those. I also have some avocados here in the pantry, but I won't throw these in. And couscous. So this is everything. Which, by the way, all of this comes out to $76.88. So it kind of seems pricey, but you got to think about all the money that you would spend on food, eating out throughout the week. So keep that in mind. Here is everything you will need to prepare: a large pan, a small to medium-sized pot with the lid, a knife, a spatula of some sort, 6 glass Tupperwares, not plastic. We are trying to avoid microplastics at all costs. A cutting board. Yes, I know, this is plastic. Ironic. A trash can. We're going to start by dicing the onions. We're going to borrow a plate so that we can have a place to put our diced onions for the moment. Oh, wee. Remember that shirt I was wearing for the Max Out video? The Aljos? That's where I learned how to chop onions. Shout out Aljos. Smoky meets flamin' eats, bro. If you don't know, you need to. Okay. This is where you start heating up the pan. High heat for the onions and the garlic. Something I forgot to mention is butter. Very major, crucial part. Once that butter starts to sizzle real nice, that's when you go in with the garlic. And we're making enough for 3 days of food, so I'm gonna put a lot in there. No, I'm not measuring any of this out, but it's about 3 or 4 tablespoons. Now that I think about it, you might actually want to wait to do the garlic whenever you start cooking the meat, because that way the garlic that way the garlic infuses with the whatever meat you're cooking. We're not doing the whole week all at once because I like to keep it fresh. It smells amazing. And daggum, is that a lot of onion? I might have overshot the onion. Oh well. Huh? Look at that. Yeah, I know how to do that. I'm basically a Michelin chef at this point. Make sure that's nice and good. And we're gonna season these with black pepper. There we go, baby. Just get that onion and garlic all coagulating in there together. Okay, while the onions are cooking down, I want to go ahead and start on cracking the eggs and getting them all mixed in together, because you don't want to be cracking them and putting them in the pan individually, because they'll cook uneven. Off to a great start with the eggs. Come on. A little hack for you, if you don't already know. If you're cracking eggs and a piece falls into whatever bowl you're using and you're trying to get it out, you can use an eggshell to scoop it out. They're like, I don't know, they're attracted to each other or something. Anyways, 24 eggs there. The onions are done. Complete. I don't have a scale, which is preferred, so I'm just gonna eyeball it here. One for you, and one for you. Give these last three a little extra. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. It all evened out. Okay, the onions are done. Onions and garlic. Done. Okay, medium high heat on the pan. Go in with 3 pounds of your choice of meat. After you got your ground meat broken up all nice, you're going to want to season it before it starts cooking. That way the flavor cooks into the meat. At least that's my understanding of how it works. And I have an array of seasonings up here. I got chili powder, paprika, cayenne pepper, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, pink Himalayan sea salt, crushed red peppers, and then the black pepper that you just saw. But to save for time, I'm just gonna use Tony's. And the cool thing is that you don't even have to worry about cleaning the pan out, because you want all that onion and garlic flavor left over. The fat from the ground meat helps kind of clean it anyways. Now Tony's has a lot of flavor, but if you don't get the spicy one, and not a lot of spiciness. And Tony's is really just flavoring. So, to add to it, we'll go black pepper and crushed red peppers. Fiesta brand. The best seasoning brand by far. Oh, ow. Goodness gracious. Okay. Too much, too much, too much. Okay, while that is cooking, you're going to want to start on your couscous. Couscous is just like rice, but it tastes better and has a better texture, all that. Oh. I was about to make a grave mistake there. You don't want to go with your couscous just yet. You want to get your bone broth. And the ratio of liquid to couscous is 1:1. So however many cups of couscous you want to make, in my case it's 1.5. Hold on, the ratio is 1:1. I'm going to explain why I'm doing this much in a little bit. Oh, we need a little more. We need a little more. Bro, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hands were a little too slippery there. Shake well. Oh. Okay. So, how you do couscous? You can do water. I like the bone broth though. I like the bone broth though, because it kind of supercharges it. What was I talking about? It's so hard to make a video when you don't have copious amounts of stimulants going through your body. Alright. So, I'm making 3 days worth of food with 2 servings per day. So, that's 6 servings. And I want to have a 4th cup of couscous per serving. Therefore, I need 1.5 cups of couscous for this batch. I know my fractions. Add a little garlic powder into the broth and some more black pepper. I feel like people are sleeping on black pepper. It's amazing, I promise. And I think it's like also black pepper has a whole bunch of health benefits to it. Got butter seasoning in the broth. Go ahead and pour up the couscous. And I'm out of couscous. Ooh. I'm about to do something absolutely crazy. Worcestershire sauce in the broth. Ooh, you can also do like pickle juice in here, just a little bit. Not a crazy amount to where the pickle flavor is overbearing, but just enough to where it gives it that extra mwah, you know? Where is a whisk? Here's a whisk. Oh, hold on. Yeah, boy. Now would be a good time to start whisking your eggs. By the way, the temperature for the broth has been on low this whole time. You don't want it to start boiling over, because as soon as it starts boiling, that's when you mix the couscous in. And then you're supposed to take it off the heat and cover it with the top. And then you gotta let it sit like that for a handful of minutes. 5 to 10 should be fine. But I'm gonna do that while the eggs are cooking. Okay, it's actually starting to kind of bubble here. Go ahead and bring that up to a nice solid boil. Oh. Okay. Starting to boil. Goodness gracious, that's beautiful. Okay, here we go. Half cup. 1.5 cup. Mix it around, make sure the liquid covers it. Cover with the top, remove from heat. Just let that sit there. Yes, son. I really should have shown y'all what the couscous looks like putting it in there versus what it's going to look like coming out. Not a lot of people know about couscous. It blows my mind. It's amazing. And it's not the best carb source, but it is a carb source. Like realistically, probably the best carb source would be like sweet potatoes. But in order to do that, I mean, I guess I could do them in the oven, but I got an air fryer over there, and I want to make them in that. And I would have to soak them in ice water for like 40 minutes. I didn't feel like doing all that, so. No sweet potatoes right now. And this meat is just about done. Brown up just a little more, just to give it that crisp. I mean, that looks pretty even. About as even as it's gonna get. Since I don't have a scale. So, here we are. Final step, which is the eggs. The key to cooking good eggs is butter. You want a good amount of butter in the eggs. Preferably you want butter and milk. Mix a little milk in with the eggs. But this is meal prepping, and we're going more for nutrition and whatnot rather than, you know what, we're just gonna do all the butter. Usually want to mix a little milk in with your already beaten eggs. And then about halfway through cooking the eggs, put in more butter. Now, I already have enough butter in here as it is, and I don't feel like worrying about the milk. I mean, I guess I could, so. But This will be fine. Okay. And last but not least, and I learned this from my grandmother, who is an A1 chef, as most grandmothers are. But eggs, once you take eggs off of heat, they continue to cook. Alright? So you don't want to necessarily wait until they're perfectly all the way cooked through to take them off the heat. You want to take them off a little bit before that. That way they get that perfect, where they're not all slimy, but they're not super hard and super firm either. You want them to have a little give. You want them to have fluff. And also, you have to constantly be stirring them. And there's about an inch layer worth of egg in here, so it's kind of difficult to get them all perfect. Which again, we're going for nutrition and fuel over tastiness and whatnot. But still, you want to give it your best shot. You usually want to cook eggs on medium heat, but given the volume of eggs I'm dealing with here, probably need to crank it up to almost just straight high heat. The highest setting that you can go. Another tip to cooking eggs. I learned this from my friend. Maybe you've heard of him, Gordon Ramsay. Alright? Move from the heat just for a little bit, and then back on the heat. Dude, no. I keep spilling. Move from the heat. The eggs are really starting to take form now. Back on the heat. Alright, one more time on the heat. Look at these golden eggs, dude. They look so good. Goodness gracious alive. At this point, we're just trying to get them nice and folded over. Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah. Just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Oh, dude. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's perfect. Literally perfect. Okay. There's no sliminess, but they're not super firm either. Scoop for you, 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 scoop for you. You still need some. And you need some. And you need some. Now, finally, the couscous. Okay, here it is. Crap, dude. Forgot to season the eggs. If you do this, season eggs. And voila. 2 of these bad boys a day. We're set, homie. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? You're probably wondering about the macros. Let me think about that. So, according to my calculations, 65 grams of protein, 40 grams of fat, 33 grams of carbs, and 840 calories for just one of these. So, eating 2, double that, there you go. Now, if you're trying to hit your protein window, so like let's say, for example, I want 1 gram of protein per pound of body fat right now. I'm sitting at about 175, I'd say. I haven't weighed myself since the max out day. So this would only come out to be, 130 grams protein. Okay, so I can supplement that with the protein shakes, which you saw in the last video, and all that. So, which again, this is just for time. This is to save time. So if you have the free time, you could just eat more. That's always an option. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with this. This is gonna keep me nice and fueled up for 3 days. So that's it. I mean, obviously I'm gonna clean the kitchen. That's just as important as cooking the food, is cleaning up afterwards. So, alright, I'll see you around.